Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to Commissioner's Court. Before we get started, we have Brother Terry Payne with us from Sand Springs Church to lead us in our invocation. If you would please come forward, and Commissioner McCann, the pledges, please, sir.
All right, let's pray. Father, we just start off by giving you thanks. We thank you for Henderson County and the great things that are happening here, Lord. And we just lift up these leaders to you this morning, Lord, that you would give them great wisdom in the decisions that are made. Pray for clarity as you love Henderson County. And we just thank you for your goodness, Father. We recognize that we need you and we love you. And we thank you for all the good things that you're doing. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, sir. Well, the time is 9:03. We do have a quorum, so we will call this meeting to order. Are there any citizens' comments?
No, sir.
There are no court announcements to make, so we will move to item 1, which is consider and take action on minutes of previously held meeting of Commissioners Court on October 26th, 2025. Are there any additions, deletions, or comments?
Hearing none, Judge, I move we approve the Commissioners Court regular session meeting on August 26, 2025 as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the minutes of August 26th, 2025 as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item number 2 is consider and take action on restitution in the amount of $850 from Bain Files, Jarrett and Harrison Law Firm. Commissioner McCann?
Yes, this is a restitution payment for materials from Baines, Files, Jarrett, and Harris PC Law Firm, Precinct 3.
Questions? Entertain the motion.
I move that we accept the restitution payment of $850 from Bain, Files, Jarrett, and Harrison PC Law Firm.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the restitution amount of $850 from Bain, Files, Jarrett, and the Harrison PC Law Firm as presented. Any further discussion? We'll ask, this is a criminal case or?
Criminal case on materials.
On materials. And I'm also buying us a little time until 9:05 so we can go into our public hearing.
This is some materials that we had stored at a location, and individual decided he wanted to partake of those materials, and this is a restitution for him.
Gotcha. All right. Court, is there any other comments? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Commissioner. Item number 3 is consider and take action to accept or reject the proposed national opioid settlement with Alvogen, Potex Corp., Amenial Pharmaceutical LLC, Hikma Pharmaceuticals USA Incorporated, Viatris Incorporated, Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries Incorporated, Zydus Pharmaceuticals USA Incorporated, and authorize the county judge's signature on the proposed combined subdivision participation and release form. Mr. Vaughn or Mr. Davis?
I intentionally put all that on the agenda so you have to read all of those names. Reading out of Exodus there.
Appreciate it.
This is one of those settlements that again, we've seen some of those come through. We are down to what we would say the lower tier or lower level of defendants in the opioid litigation. We're also probably nearing the end as they're trying to wrap up some of these lower tiered defendants that just did not have the exposure as some of your big pharmaceuticals companies, manufacturers had. And so this proposed settlement, if you combined all of those parties, is about a $720 million settlement. And again, that's not for Henderson County. That's nationwide, so that covers the entire United States. Every municipality, every county that has opted to participate would get a share of that. So our portion would be very small. We don't have specific numbers on that and typically don't. But the recommendation of our outside counsel is that we accept and we participate in the settlement agreement. That would also be our recommendation from the county attorney's office. And all we would need to do today is take action to approve the proposed national opioid settlement with the defendants listed on the agenda item.
Court, questions?
I think we done about the same thing on one here a while back with the bigger pharmaceutical companies, correct?
Yes, very similar. Yes. Yeah.
And like I said, this is coming to an end, this opioid.
And this may, I don't want to, this may be actually the last set that I think we will see. I should have checked with John on that before, but I believe this may be the last round that we will have. I don't know if there's any other defendants hanging out there. And I think that's why there's so many on this list, where normally we settling with one or two. I think this is the last remaining defendants. But I can confirm that with John Raggio.
And this will be following, much like the others, the payout will be over time. It's not a lump sum payment. Some have been 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, and this follows that same.
They structure them around the defendant's ability to be able to pay. If they were to try to say it's all now, you would end up having a lot of these go into bankruptcy. We do have some of them that are going into bankruptcy, so that complicates things. But yes, they try to structure those out in payments, and it'll be a payment over time. And the reason the court has to approve is, one is a settlement agreement. We are a party to the lawsuit, and they give you an option to approve or deny. But our option would be if we choose not to participate in the settlement agreement. So any city or county in the nation that decided for some reason we don't want to participate in the settlement agreement, you could continue your lawsuit against these defendants to try to pursue even more money or a higher share. That's typically just not recommended.
Part of the reason of everyone joining together is to mitigate the costs of such action.
Right.
If we continued to move ahead, we would bear if no one joined us, we would bear all of the costs.
And then also, once you're placed out there on that island, so to speak, where you and a handful of other plaintiffs are choosing to go forward, we would have to come in and individually show how Alvogen, Apotex, Amneal, Hikma, and all of these different defendants, how we were affected in Henderson County by their products specific to Henderson County versus to the nation as a whole.
I remember we had one discussion on one that there were some retail drugstores included in some of that too. Did we settle?
Those were settled in either the last round or the round before. Yeah. We had a lot of those, the CVS's and the Walgreens and those. Yeah.
Any further questions or comments? Entertain a motion with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'm going to take the easy way out. So move to approve with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to accept the proposed national opioid settlement with the aforementioned pharmaceutical companies and authorize the county judge's signature on the proposed combined subdivision participation and release form. Any further comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 4 is a public hearing that was scheduled to start at 9:05. The time is currently 9:11. And this is to discuss the proposed 2025 tax rate for the 2026 Henderson County budget. Court, can we have a motion to move into public hearing?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner McKim to move into public hearing at 9:11. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We're now in public hearing and is open for anyone wishing to speak regarding the 2025 tax rate that funds the 2026 Henderson County budget. If you would, when you come forward to the podium, state your name and your address for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to speak. I'll call one more time. Anyone wishing to speak concerning the proposed tax rate? Seeing that no one has come forward to speak at our public hearing, may we have a motion to close public hearing on the tax rate?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner McCann to close public hearing on the proposed 2025 tax rate for the 2026 Henderson County budget at 9:12. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 5 is a public hearing at 9:10 to discuss the 2026 budget for Henderson County. Court, can we get a motion to move into public hearing?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to enter into open public hearing at 9:13. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We're now open for discussion of the 2026 county budget. And again, anyone wishing to come forward, please come to the podium, state your name and address. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak. Again, someone wishes to come forward to speak about the proposed 2026 county budget. Also, something that I need to add, excuse me, I won't go into that. Seeing no one wishes to speak, we have a motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to close public hearing at 9:14. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 6 is consider and take action to adopt the preservation and restoration record plans for the county and district clerks plans for the 2026 budget. Court, these plans are set forth by both our district clerks and county clerk for records preservation that is laid out in statute. Their budgets are a part of the county budget, which is separate and funded from specific funds collected for such activities. Is there any discussion concerning the plans that have been presented by the by the county clerk and the district clerk? If not, entertain a motion to adopt.
I'll make the motion to adopt.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCann and second by Commissioner Richardson to adopt the preservation restoration record plans for the county and district clerks for the 2026 budget. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. I want to preface this next one because this is how it is laid out in statute now to present. Item number 7 is consider and take action to adopt the 2026 county budget for Henderson County, that for the median valued homestead valued at $197,963 would pay a property tax approximately of $641.73 in property tax for the current fiscal year, $656.23 in property taxes under the proposed 2026 budget, and $625.24 in property taxes under the no new revenue tax rate. So, court, we're here to discuss the budget once we've gotten through that long dissertation. The budget that we have before us today is the culmination of work of all the departments. I want to say specifically to Lynn McCauley, our greatest of thanks. Lynn spends intense 3 months every year on this, not to mention the financial software upgrade that we've got going on now. And without Lynn's dedication and the help from the audit office, this wouldn't be possible. I appreciate everyone that has put in their efforts on this. Court, comments?
I'd like to also say thank you to everybody that helped with the budget. It ran a lot smoother. It gets smoother every year, it seems like. I mean, there's a lot of decisions we have to make that we don't like to make or that we don't want to make, but that have to be made. I think we're able to do a lot of things this year that we wanted to do. We were able to give the employees a 3% raise. We were able to help a little bit on our insurance since our increase was only 1%. So I'd like to say congratulations to the employees for us becoming a little more healthy county than we were in prior years. We were also tentatively able to purchase a property in Gun Barrel City that are in 7 Points that is much needed. That will be our annex in that area, and able to do some other things through the county and still remain a county that is debt-free. So thank you to everybody that contributed to the budget this year.
I'll echo his deals, but I really think that this is, if people read our agenda, this really tells the tale of it costs you an average medium house. It costs you $50 a month. So one time at Whataburger, if a family of 4, if you don't go out to eat there, it pays your taxes. You know, with the county sending out the tax bills and collecting for over 26 entities, this is the telltale sign of what you get for $50 a month of all the departments that are underneath the Henderson County umbrella. So, you know, again, thanks to Lynn and all the department heads that helped get us to where we are today. And I think that it's there's a lot of other counties around that are not as fortunate as us to do the things that we're able to do with such a small tax rate and the money that we receive from our property owners. So anyway, thanks.
I just like to say that a lot of people don't understand when they get their tax statement what it goes to and stuff. And I had one email, only one email is all I had, talking about us raising the tax rate or going up just a fraction of a cent on the tax rate. And they talked about that their taxes have increased from 2010 to 2025, they're paying $14,000. So I broke it down and looked. $8,000 of that goes to the school district. We're only talking about here Henderson County taxes, road and bridge tax, and FMFC. That's all that we do. All those other taxes, Trinity Valley Community College, your ESDs, those go somewhere else. That's no part of the county. We just collect it for people. So when people look at their total taxes, that doesn't all go to the county. All we're setting is a county tax rate, FMFC, and road and bridge.
I'd like to say thank you to all the department heads that everything came together real nice and smooth. We spent a lot of hours on this budget, and the audit office did amazing work. Ms. McCauley and the court, we've spent a lot of hours and a lot of time together, and it came together real nice. So thank you, everybody.
I want to say to everyone, the efforts that this court has put in is greatly appreciated. You know, when you look at on what Commissioner Tooley stated about the median value homestead property, that's about 25,000 properties that is on the roll that's homesteaded. And that very center value is at $197,000. The average is higher than that. It's about $223,000, $225,000. which when you look at that, and if you remember your statistics class, that puts a large volume of these lower valued homes, homesteads, are on the rate. They greatly, the volume of those, and this is a guess on my part, we're talking 70%, 70, maybe even 80% compared to those that are much higher than the average, and they pull that average value up. So I think that as you put the $50 a month is well spent when you're looking at sheriff's office, the law enforcement, judicial, all of the support and record stuff, you name it, every function of county government which touches every single individual's life in the county is very proud
Sorry
of
about that.
our county and the Henderson County organization, to be honest with you. Anyway, again, this is about adopting that budget and remind everyone that when we adopt our budget, we adopt it categorically. And in that categorical segment, it allows for amendments within category. Anything outside of category has to be brought before Commissioners Court. There was a time when we brought all of them to Commissioners Court and we had budget amendments every week. And though we see these quite often, it is a part of the process and the court should be involved, but allowing for the process to move has been a great policy that we've had in place now for 15 years or so. So that is one part of it. And for this year, the salaries, the first salaries begin on December 28th. Is that correct? Okay. Any other questions or comments concerning the proposed 2026 county budget? If not, would entertain a motion.
I move to adopt the Henderson County budget categorically with salaries beginning December 28th at .33149, excuse me, yeah, 4930 with the judge's signature.
No, sir.
No signature.
Yeah.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Tooley to adopt the proposed 2026 county budget for Henderson County with, in a categorical fashion with salaries beginning December the 28th of 2025. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 8 is consider and take action to adopt the 2025 tax rate for the 2026 county budget. Before us today, we have passed the budget that was built on a tax rate, a cumulative tax rate of .3314930, with it broken into general fund receiving .274289, road and bridge .0172280, and farm to market and flood control being set at .0399764. And as mentioned earlier, this is a slight increase over the 2024 tax rate for the 2025 budget of right at 0.75 cents. Comments, discussion, court? All of the things that we stated in the previous line item still affect. This is a slight increase of what is able to be provided with the funding that we collect is something that we all should be very proud of and thankful for of our departments. When I say that, I mean us being thankful for, because Henderson County is a special place, and it really shows, especially at times like this. So,
I think some of our counties around here, when I was looking at some numbers, that everybody around us are somewhere in 9 to 10 cents above what our tax rate is. And so it's, and then to still be one of the few counties that are debt-free, it just speaks volume to the people that that work here and our department heads and our elected officials that help try to keep us that way and keep our tax rate down.
Anything?
Yeah, I talked to a neighboring county yesterday, and I think they set theirs in yesterday around 39 cents. So.
Well, we are fortunate. Any further discussion? Entertain a motion setting these rates.
I make the motion to set the tax rate at .3314930 with the divisions of general fund .2742890, road and bridge .0172280, and flood control .0399760.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Tooley to set the cumulative tax rate at .3314930, with the breakout being the general fund .2742890. Road and Bridge Fund is .0172280, and Farm to Market and Flood Control being set at .0399760. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Court. Item number 9 is consider and take action on a request for starting salary of $39,403, step 4, for new receptionist for the Henderson County Attorney's Office. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Court. We had long-term employee Diane Marsh that retired in July. And so we have had the opportunity, Sabrina, our current secretary, receptionist, she previously owned and operated her own hair salon business. And so we had an opportunity back 6 months ago to bring her in on Mondays only, being that that was her day off. So she has been a part-time employee of the county for 6 months. And Diane Marsh retired, and she actually started yesterday full-time, and will be working full-time. And we're just asking that we bring her in at a step 4. It's my understanding this is something that normally could be done by the auditor / Norma Human Resources, but because our policy states that that's only for new hires or new employees, that they could not bring her in at a step higher than step 1 because she's an existing employee that is being moved from one step to another. I don't gather from Norma or Anne Marie that this was something that they're opposed to based upon her experience. If so, I mean, she managed her, clientele of in excess of 100 folks, and I know because I recently attended her wedding, and I think I heard from every lady in the thing how mad they were that I was taking their hairdresser away, and probably managing that boutique and that salon and keeping up with product inventory and scheduling and answering phone calls is for almost 20 years is probably sufficient experience, in my opinion, to bring her in at a little higher step than a step 1. I'll also say in the 6 months she's been here, she's been exceptional. She comes and regularly asks if there's more work she can take on and more work than she can do. I think she's thrilled to death to be a county employee and happy to be with the office, and we're happy to have her. So I'm just coming here asking that we bring her in at a step 4 today.
Court, questions?
Did she wanted Ms. Marsh's spot?
Yes. And she'll be right there at the front desk. So she sits right up front. She's up front today. If you want to swing by, you can actually see her.
Further questions?
Well, I know most time, instead of moving people up the steps, which I know that this is a new hire that will come in, so we don't really want to change pay grade since it don't work out, and you want to go later hire somebody back at a step 1. But you think this person's experienced enough that they're really going to work out. So I would be for starting at a step 4 myself. So we were getting where we didn't want to increase pays by just stepping up pay grades. But I can understand on this deal here by not changing the pay grade.
And even though she's been here, I mean, she's been here 6 months, but she's only worked 1 day a week for 6 months. And then there were some Mondays she had a conflict. So again, we brought her in kind of as a pilot test for both us and her benefits. And so I really view her as a new employee, although I get it, I understand. Yes, technically she has been here 6 months with us. And it worked out fantastic for the office because by the time Diane Marsh left, we already had a trained receptionist that we can plug her in yesterday, and she's perfect. So it actually worked out really well too.
Is it,
Well, I know who she's got to deal with, so I would.
The question that I have is based off that step 4 is on the 2025, based off the 2025 step plan and not the 26. Because when we funded this position in the 2026 budget. So when you're looking back and forth on this is based on the current from now until December 31.
So she wouldn't step again until 27.
Right
Till 5,
now,
so.
Correct.
But she'd get the 3% raise in 26.
All that is based in
Based
there.
in
That
there.
position did get that raise, yes. So. All right. Court, anything further? Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the request for a starting salary of $39,403, step 4, for new receptionist for the Henderson County Attorney's Office. Any further comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 10, consider and take action on a request regarding pay grade change for court enforcement caseworker, intake assistant coordinator, and open records clerk position effective September 1, 2025. This position will move from a pay grade of 106 to a pay grade of 200. Mr. Davis.
Yes. So when you read that, this agenda item, I mean, even for me, is a little bit misleading. I want to clarify. This is one position we're talking about. When you read it, one might think, well, we're giving 3 people raises, but no, this is one position. She just does a lot of different duties. But as y'all will recall, during budget time, I came and requested that we did some shifting around, and you just approved that in the 2026 budget, that this position would move up to the higher pay grade. And so all I'm doing here is asking that we go ahead and start that pay increase effective September 1 through the remainder of this year. We have money in our part-time money that we can cover the salary of it. I believe if the court approves it, I've visited with Anne Marie, that would require a budget amendment that would follow later if the court's inclined to allow us to do this. But I hope that makes sense. In the 26 budget, we have it budgeted at 1, and we're just wanting to start that pay raise effective September 1st through the end of the year out of our existing budget.
Court questions?
I believe that in the way it's worded, it says 106 pay grade, but I think it's 160.
That is a typo. You're correct. Yes, Commissioner.
Thank
Yes.
you.
160, yes.
I think, too, you'll probably have a little extra money left from your retirees' pay grade to move over to this, too.
Well, and then we lost Dorothy Houston, who was our part-time employee, and that position is still vacant. And so we'll have some part-time funds that we could use to pay for this increase. And it's not a great, and I don't want to quote dollars, but it's not a large or great amount of money to cover it for three months. And this is, if you recall, was originally a court enforcement position that we're set down lower at that 160 pay grade. But this position over the years has really, they serve as the backup intake coordinator to Tiffany, who does all of our intake. But the one area that I too think they help is the open records request. And that's not an easy job to have to manage all of the open records requests that we get for the county. So the position has taken on a lot of other duties, which is why we felt like it should be bumped up to that 200 to be closer in line to the other court coordinators in the office. And all of that was taken care of in the 26 budget. This is just simply asking that we go ahead and
Motion by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Tooley to approve the request for pay grade change for the court enforcement caseworker, intake assistant coordinator, and open records clerk position to be effective September 1 in 2025, moving that pay grade from pay grade 260 to pay grade 200. 160, sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to get that one right. Moving the pay grade from 160 to 200. Any further comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 11 is receive financial reports, and we have today the combined JP and county and district courts financials. These are available for review by the public after court. Item 12 is consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheet. Mr. Bynum.
Yes, sir. For today, I have the payroll distribution totals for biweekly number 16 and number 17. I need to get approval on if I can, please.
Court, questions concerning biweekly 16 and 17? Hearing none, entertain a motion for both.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the payroll disbursement totals bi-weekly 16 and 17 as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to approve the payroll disbursement totals for biweekly 16 and 17 as presented. All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
And also, court, I have the accounts cash sheets for the month of July that I need to get approved also.
Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and seconded by Commissioner McCann to approve the accounts cash sheet for a period ending of July 2025 as presented. Any further discussions? All in favor? Passes unanimous.
Thank you, court.
Thank you. Item 13 is consider and take action on submitted contracts, of which we have none. Item 14 is consider and take action on right-of-way permits.
No right-of-ways.
Item 15 is consider and take action on submitted budget amendments.
Yes, I do have those for the court's approval, and the majority of these are really just taking care of y'all's miscellaneous income for the year. Been a little distracted and I forgot that, so.
Court, questions? No questions, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the budget amendments as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to approve the budget amendments as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item 16, consider and take action on payment of bills. Ms. Vaughn.
Yes, sir. We have one set for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $775,987.52.
Commissioner Spivey, questions?
I have no questions, Judge.
Commissioner Tooley?
I have none.
Commissioner McCann?
I have none.
Commissioner Richardson?
No questions, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2025 bills in the amount of $775,987.52 as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner Spivey to approve the bills in the amount of $775,987.52 as presented. Is there any further discussion or comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 17 is consider and take action on submitted plats.
We have one plat in precinct 2, and all fees are paid.
Commissioner Tootley.
Yes, Court, this is, in the Pinnacle Club. It's their normal, taking 2 lots and combining them into one. There is an easement that was shared, in this area. And there is backup that shows that the, HOA has released the partial easement, and then also, I believe the electric and the water companies have also sent their recommendation to release that partial easement there.
Questions for the commissioner?
Hearing none, Judge, I move we approve the final replat of Pinnacle Club Phase 2, Section B, of one lot, taking lot 80 and 81, creating lot 80R for filing purposes only.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley and seconded by Commissioner King to approve the final replat of Pinnacle Club Phase 2, Section B, the replatting of lots 80 and 81, creating lot number 80R for filing purposes only. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously.
Thanks, Court.
Item 18 is open and consider bids, of which we have none. And item 19 is consider and take action to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to adjourn at 9:44. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you for being with us today.